Here, take this.
Oh, thank you. What is this?
Preventative measures to repel bad bugs, i.e. cheating overseas. Cheating is not good. I'll be waiting for you.
Okay, make sure you don't get eaten by bad bugs in Japan too, okay?
I'm fine, just worry about yourself.
I'm Futaba Kawamoto, 25 and work at a trading company in my hometown, Tochigi Prefecture. Its head office is in Tokyo. I'm going on first overseas business trip today. Although it is 3 months long, I decided to go to gain new experience. My company recommended it too. My girlfriend, Mai Shinchiku, came to see me off. I don't understand why anyone would go out of their way to go abroad. And going just cause the company recommended it. Are you serious? If you don't want to see me off in a good mood, I would like you to go home now. I didn't ask you to come in the first place. Nah, I came here to see you off properly, okay? I just think it would be impossible for a delicate person like me to go abroad. This is my younger brother, Koisaburo. I'm the second son of 3 brothers, and he's the third. My eldest brother left her hometown and lives in Tokyo. But Koisaburo and I both work locally, so we both still live at home. But when I return from this business trip, I plan to propose to Mai and live together. Even though we live in the same house, he goes out of his way to see me off at the airport. I wonder what he wants to do. By the way, he's always been sarcastic towards me. For some reason, he keeps treating me as an enemy. Then I'll go. I'll contact you when I get there.
See ya! Be careful!
Thanks! And so I was sent off by Mai and Koisaburo and took off overseas. Heh! After 2 months, even my hometown feels refreshing. It's been about 2 months since I left for overseas, and it's already the end of the year. I'm temporarily returning home to spend New Year's in Japan. Mai told me that she had something to do and couldn't come pick me up, so I changed my flight from night to morning arrival. But if I contacted her again, I thought it would sound too demanding, so I didn't. When I get to my parents' house, I can just let her know that I arrived early. Mai and I used to have frequent video calls at first, but from a certain point on, she started to not contact me. I came back at the end of the year partly because I wanted to check in on her. That was the first time we had been away for 2 months. Maybe I was making her feel lonely. I have to meet Mai and talk properly once.
Oh no! Koisaburo-kun, don't do that here!
Why not? Koisaburo? There's only one person in my hometown with such a lame name. Reacting to the name Koisaburo, convinced that it's my brother, I turned to the direction of the voice. Huh? Koisaburo and Mai? To my surprise, the person who was with Koisaburo was my girlfriend, Mai. And they look extremely close. I chase after the two and call out to them. Mai! Koisaburo!
Huh? Futaba? Why? You were supposed to come back at night.
Mai was surprised to see me. I changed my flight and arrived early. But what is this? Where are you and Koisaburo going? It seems like you became close before I knew it. Mai and Koisaburo weren't close enough to go out together. They had only seen each other twice or so at my parents' house, and the third time was when they saw me off. What is it, Futaba? Would it be so bad if Mai and I went out together? Well, wouldn't it be better if you guys at least told me? You'll be misunderstood.
No,
Then there's no problem, because she's my girlfriend now. Huh? I'm saying, simply put, she got along with me better while you were away. What does this mean, Mai?
sorry. I'm sorry, Futaba. Please break up with me.
Mai said that she couldn't bear the loneliness of not having me around. But she went to Koisaburo? Or did Koisaburo go to Mai? I don't know. But it is true that Mai was having an affair. So, we broke up. I'm home.
Welcome back, Futaba.
At the beginning of the new year, I went back overseas, but after a few months, I permanently returned to Japan.
At the end of the year, you just showed your face to us and went straight to your friends. So this time, I'd like you to take your time and tell me about your trip.
Yeah, sure. I'll put my stuff in my room and go to the living room. When I came back for the New Year holidays, I was too shocked about Mai, so I didn't want to go back to my parents' house where Koisaburo was. So I only stopped by my parents' house to say hello, and then stayed at a friend's house. Apparently, my eldest brother was here too at that time, but I haven't been able to see him for that reason.
So, the overseas business trip was good for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, we established an American branch because we wanted to expand our sales channels in the US. It was a big job. The people stationed there are elites from various branches in Japan, so I learned a lot from them. I'm hungry. What's for dinner tonight? Oh, Futaba, you're back. Koisaburo. While my mom and I were talking in the living room, Koisaburo came home from work.
Today is Futaba's favorite, nasi goreng. By the way, how is Mai-chan? Futaba, bring her again, okay?
I know that she doesn't know anything and doesn't mean any harm, but what a bad timing. Mom, don't say that. She's mine now.
Huh? Switching from older brother to younger brother? Does that ever happen?
It seems like it does. I never thought that the bad bug would be my real brother. I also feel bad for Futaba, you know? But I can't help it, because love isn't logical. Look, the other day, we went to Mouse Sea together, because she wanted to go.
Hey, Koisaburo, you don't feel sorry at all, do you? You've always wanted something from Futaba, but I never thought you would even take his girlfriend.
It's not my fault. I just wanted to be nice to her because she seemed lonely, okay? It's Futaba's fault for going overseas. It's okay, Mom. It's over now. I'll leave here when my work settles down.
Futaba?
What the heck? It's like I'm the bad guy. Well, it's okay though.
Long time no see, Futaba.
Welcome to Japan, Shirley.
Ugh, the flight was so long. I really wanted to see you.
This blonde beauty is Charlotte, my colleague in the US. Everyone calls her Shirley. I received a call from Shirley saying that she had taken a long vacation and was going to visit Japan. So I came to the airport to pick her up.
Oh my, you must be Charlotte. I've heard about you from Futaba. Please call me Shirley, Mommy. Thank you for taking care of me in advance. Yoroshiku dozo.
Shirley taught me a lot of things when I didn't know anything overseas. She's the person who has helped me the most. I wondered if there was anything I could do for her. So during her stay in Japan, I decided to have her use the vacant room of my eldest brother. I'm home. What? Who is it? Who is this blondie?
What are you talking about? We talked about this the other day. Someone from Futaba's overseas branch is coming to visit Japan. In the meantime, she'll stay at our house.
I didn't hear that.
Who was the one who replied, yeah? You really don't listen to what people say? Futaba! Which room can I use?
Right. I'll show you around first. I'll carry your luggage, okay?
Wow, Futaba, thank you. Oh, living with Futaba makes me so nervous.
There's no need to be nervous. My family's around too.
Well, let's put your bags down and have dinner. Dad will be home soon too. Thank you, Mommy. The taste of Japanese mother's cooking. Look forward to it.
Shirley is excited about her first visit to Japan. I took her luggage and guided her to her room. Futaba, that bastard knew such a beautiful woman, and they are so close. Not funny. Shirley was impressed and delighted with my mother's cooking, and we all had a great time eating together. Hey, Shirley. What are you doing tomorrow? I'm off tomorrow, so how about I show you around? Shirley is about to go back to her room after finishing her meal, but Koisaburo stops her.
Futaba will do that. It's okay.
I can come up with more interesting plans than Futaba. Since you've come all the way, it's better to have fun, right? Shirley, what happened?
Futaba! Where are we going tomorrow? I'm so excited that I'm going on a date with you that I can't sleep.
Shirley, you said before that you wanted to go to Harajuku, right? Let's go there.
Oh, very nice. Harajuku, the place for cuties.
Harajuku? You really have no taste to take her to such a childish place. Shirley, if you leave it to me, I'll take you on a grown-up state where you can feel more of Japan, you know? That's why Futaba gets dumped by his girlfriend, because he doesn't understand women at all.
You're the one who doesn't understand women, Saburo.
Huh? He looked shocked at Shirley's words.
I want to go to Harajuku with Futaba. It means nothing if I can't go with him. No matter how fancy a date you set up with someone like you who enjoys making fun of your brother, I will never want to go. Wakarimasu ka? Do you understand?
Koisaburo is taken aback, as Shirley argues back in fluent Japanese. Koisaburo was put off by Shirley's power, but he suddenly regained his senses and retorted. Huh? I went out of my way to invite you, and what the heck? Futaba was dumped by his ex because she thought I'm better than him, okay? He's that level of man. And yet, you want him? You have terrible taste in men.
What? Then what? You were the reason why Futaba was so depressed after returning from Japan.
When I returned to the US after returning home for the New Year holidays, I was feeling depressed. The person who encouraged me the most was Shirley, and she was the most furious as well.
You took your brother's ex, and you don't even feel bad about it, but rather look down on him. You're the worst. I hate you. I don't forgive anyone who makes Futaba sad. Jikoku ni ochiro! Go to hell!
What? I don't know where she learned to say go to hell in Japanese, but it seemed to work on Koisaburo. That's how it is. I mean, you have Mai, right? Asking another woman out on a date? You're seriously gross.
Futaba, I'm so tired from getting angry. Shall we sleep together today?
I appreciate that, but I won't sleep with you, Shirley.
Oh man.
And she turned around and started clinging to my arm. She must be staring at me right now. Look, unlike your Harajuku, Mai and I are having a night view dinner in Roppongi. That was the first time for Mai too, and she was impressed. Since yesterday's incident, Koisaburo has become even more sarcastic towards me.
Futaba, look! This t-shirt I bought in Harajuku is very nice. I want you to wear it with me.
Oh, me too?
Wear this tomorrow and go out somewhere with me. Lovely matching pair.
Well, that's a little embarrassing, but I have a few paid days off, so maybe we can go to Nikko Toshogu Shrine tomorrow.
Oh, Toshogu. Where the Kizarus are.
Ah, that type of monkey sounds really strong.
Oh yeah? That's scary. Hey, would you like to go shopping this weekend? I want a matching pair with you. Hey, Koisaburo, are you listening?
Shut up! Go shopping by yourself.
What? You're cold with me lately, aren't you?
Huh? If you don't like it, you want to break up with me?
I didn't say that. Wait a minute, Koisaburo! Koisaburo!
It seemed like things were moving in various directions and various places, without my knowledge.
Shazam! Look! I went shopping with Shirley today and bought so much.
Whoa! So much! This is like a year's worth of clothes!
Thank you, Mommy! You're my second mother! Aw, so cute! I wish you could stay with us forever. I'm sad that you're leaving this weekend.
She has 3 boys, so she seems happy to have Shirley, who's like a daughter. When I'm at work, my mom goes out with Shirley, and it seems like she's the one having the most fun.
Futaba, come straight home on Friday night. Nanichi says he's coming home.
Ranis?
It seems like he's coming here for some work. Let's take a moment to eat together with Shirley. I also told Koisaburo to come home. Also, there's something he wants to talk to you about.
To me? What could it be? Well, got it. I'll come home early. And Friday. Yo, Futaba. Long time no see. Ran, it's been a while. Sorry, I ended up being a little late.
Futaba! Welcome back. We're eating already. Your older brother Ran is a good person. He gave me Tokyo souvenir.
He's Rainichi Kawamoto. My father is here too, and I was the last one at the table. Meanwhile, Ran seems to have already captured Shirley's heart, as expected of him, a competent businessman. Actually, I came here not only for work, but also because there was something I wanted to talk to Futaba about in front of everyone. Yeah, Mom told me. What's it about? While everyone was eating, Ran brought up the topic again, as if to say it was important. Futaba, would you like to work at my company? As one of the managing directors. What?
Oh, what a surprise!
Everyone cried out in surprise at the unexpected story. Although my company is still small, the number of employees is increasing. And, in order to grow further, I think I need someone to be my right-hand man. I was wondering if you could be the one, Futaba. Ranichi handles different products, but he also works in the trading industry. He runs his own trading company in Tokyo.
Wait a minute, Ran. Why Futaba and not me? I can do it too.
After hearing Ranichi's story, Koisaburo was the first to speak up. Let me ask, why do you think you were not chosen? Ranichi takes on a look of a business owner. Koisaburo flinches for a moment at that calm expression. Koisaburo is a little afraid of Ranichi. Maybe he's afraid of the aura that he gives off.
Well, that's because Futaba works for a trading company.
That's one thing, but there's a bigger reason. It's about whether or not you are trustworthy. I heard everything from Mom. Koisaburo, your current girlfriend was Futaba's, right? I'm sure that the woman has problems too, but why in the world would you brag about it to Futaba? What kind of manager would ever scout such a crooked person?
It's his fault for being taken. I'm not bad. If anyone were to blame, it would be that woman who was easily swayed.
Ran, that's enough. I was the one who made the decision to go abroad, and it's true that I made her feel lonely. I think now it was good that I broke up with her too. I see. Well, you see, this is the difference between you and Futaba, Koisaburo. People like you are quick to blame others when things go wrong. I am the cause of all the results. There is no growth for those who do not think that way.
It's true. I've never seen Futaba criticize Koisaburo for that. I guess that's the difference.
Koisaburo, this is the first time I've heard of this. I can't believe such a thing happened. It seems like I spoiled you too much just because you're the youngest.
Yeah. Futaba and Saburo are worlds apart.
What the hell? Everyone's always about Futaba. I'm gonna run away from home like this.
People around him criticized him, so Koisaburo threw open the door and left the house. He's gone. Leave him alone. He's hoping someone will go get him. I won't though.
That guy has to become independent. Even if he does come back, I won't let him in.
Daddy don't know. That's the spirit.
So, Futaba, would you consider my proposal? Yeah, of course.
Why isn't anyone coming to get me?
Along with a note from Dad that said, "Don't come back until you change your mind." We left his luggage at the entrance, and the next morning, it was gone. He must have come home once. I heard the detailed requirements of Raichi's job offer and decided to take it.
Yes. Oh, Koisaburo isn't here though.
Around noon that day, an unexpected visitor appeared at my house.
No, I'm sorry. I have business with Futaba-san today.
What is it? I'm about to leave. When my mom called me and I went to the front door, I saw Mai there with teary eyes.
Koisaburo-kun dumped me. He said Futaba is no longer interested in you, so I'm not interested in you either. That person didn't truly like me after all. I was just a tool to harass you.
Yeah.
Just, yeah? Don't you think it's terrible? My body and soul were torn to shreds.
And? You wanted me to do something? I do think he's a problematic brother, but you are the one who chose him, right? You have to take responsibility for your own choices. I feel sorry for her for being taken advantage of, but I couldn't bring myself to comfort her. I'm sorry for making you feel lonely, but the one I chose in the end was Koisaburo.
No! Through this, I was able to reaffirm the importance of you, Futaba. After all, I only have you. No!
As I was questioning her sanity, I received a huge shock from behind. Whoa! What? Shirley?
No. Futaba is dating me. What?
That's right. Actually, I had been planning to tell her how I felt during her stay here. And when I confessed my feelings to her, she gave me the okay, and we started dating. Needless to say, when I told my parents after the Koisaburo incident had calmed down, they were overjoyed.
By the way, this is our last date before I go home. Wait!
I mean, why do you think you can get back together with me after cheating on me? I can't possibly like a bitch like you.
What? Bye-bye.
Shirley and I slammed the door without waiting for her to say anything back.
No way. They seem so happy, and why am I the only one? It's him. It's all his fault. It's his fault.
A little about what happened after that. Koisaburo faced the reality that he could not do anything by himself, and although he returned home several times, since he was shut out and had no savings, he stayed in an internet cafe and barely made a living. I also hear that Mai has a grudge against Koisaburo and is searching for him. A disaster might be about to happen.
I wonder if Shirley is doing well.
She's fine. You've been mentioning her name every day. It's been a month since Shirley went back. Our family completely misses her.
Futaba will be going to Tokyo next month too. We'll be lonely.
Yes. Oh, what? Shirley? Why are you here?
Huh? Shirley?
When I opened the front door, there was Shirley, who should be in the US.
Surprise! I'm also going to work in Tokyo from next month.
What?
I forced them to let me take another holiday to look for a place to live. Let's find our love nest together, Futaba.
Well, you say that, but I've already decided on a house.
Well, I'll stay there too then. Great! Looks like you two will continue to get along well.
No matter how much you envy those around you, nothing will change. What matters is to have the courage to take the first step forward. My name is Taihei Kainuma, 25. I'm a salesman for a manufacturer of ultra-low temperature freezers. I'm on a business trip with my boss. My boss is Harutate Ranjima. He's a new sales manager, promoted in the past year. Apparently, he was selected as a manager because of his great performance at the branch office.
As you know, today is a very important day for a company. But you're in luck to be invited to the headquarters of a major food processing company.
Yes, thank you. 2 hours by bullet train, and it's another 20 minutes by local train. But,
damn, a long delay due to accident? This was unexpected.
So the train's delayed. I called the client, but they said they have plans later on.
Anyway, let's hurry up. We still have time to make it just in time.
Yes. Oh, huh? Are you okay? I shout as I spot a woman in distress on the street. Is she pregnant?
Idiot! Don't worry about that. We're gonna be late. Work comes first. Leave her alone.
Leave her alone? There's a person agonizing in front of us, you know. Don't worry, ma'am. I'll call an ambulance right away.
Thank you.
Do as you please. I'll go.
The manager left quickly. I, on the other hand, stayed behind and watched her being carried away by an ambulance. Next thing I knew, there were people around me. I hope the baby is also okay. Apparently, there's a high possibility of anemia, and if that continues, there's a possibility that the baby will be deprived of oxygen. There's nothing I can do now, though. Well, I rushed to the client afterwards.
You were very late, ignoring my orders. What did you come here for, huh? Tahe Kayanuma?
Waiting for me outside was the manager.
You went the unnecessary extra mile, and apparently, I missed the client by that tiny fraction of a second. So, this opportunity you brought to us went horribly wrong because of yourself. And you're gonna have to be punished.
And the day after I returned from my business trip, I was reciting what the manager told me. Demotion? Really? Nominally, I was being transferred to a distant subsidiary. In reality, it was just a demotion. A very severe punishment.
You were late for an important first visit to a company that could have become a major client, so you deserve that.
Seriously? Well, that was already a year ago.
I see. You successfully seized a company that is in the Fishermen's Union. That's great.
No, it was just a coincidence.
I don't know how you can get this many orders by chance. Seriously, how did such a talented employee end up here?
By the way, President Shogun-san.
Huh? You're smart, but it seems you're not so good at handling me.
What? In a split second, a wooden sword appeared from somewhere and is held against my neck.
When you call me, it's either boss, Shi-chan, or Mei. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am. Shimei Shogun-san. She's the president of Lovekoi Refrigeration. Clearly, it is not a typical woman's name.
You know I hate my name.
Her parents raised her like a man, as her family has traditionally run a kendo dojo. When she reached puberty, she awakened to her identity as a woman and ran away from home. Relying on her uncle, the president of her parent company, she established a subsidiary, which sells refrigerators manufactured by the parent company. That's where I am now. I look at the group photo on the wall from when I first arrived. A small sales company in a rural area with only 6 people, including myself. That's the environment I'm in now.
By the way, you have 2 appointments this afternoon, right? As I said before, I want to take my car in for inspection. You can go straight home after the meetings, so you should take the train today.
It's about 1 kilometer to the station. It's inconvenient without a car here. But it's still not so bad. When you go a little further into the mountains, you won't even see any buildings. I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't saved that pregnant woman at that time. No, I did nothing wrong. That if means nothing. This freezer can go down to minus 70 degrees Celsius, so it can be used to store seafood products. And today, again, the day was passing by as usual. Or so I thought.
Huh? Perhaps you are.
That was just after I left the first client's office. Who is she? I don't know anyone in this part of the country. She must be mistaken. But she approaches me with confident eyes. Oh, what? She came closer to me with a baby and stood in front of me.
My name is Aoba Tsukigaoka. You saved me a year ago, right?
A year ago? What? The pregnant lady from that time? This is how I met her again by chance. Meanwhile, Haru Ranjima was gloating at the parent company.
A big order has come in, huh? As expected of me, I'm a smart guy. In this world, the fastest way to get ahead is to get rid of anyone in my way. I'm sure my evaluation will go up again. I'm looking forward to my next bonus.
As for me, I had another appointment right after the encounter, so I decided to meet her, Aoba Tsukigaoka, afterwards.
I'm sorry for calling you on your day off.
Oh, it's okay, but I'm surprised you remembered my face. She was in so much pain. I'm surprised she remembered me.
Actually, I got to know the person who happened to witness the situation and take a picture of me that day.
Saying that, she shows me the screen of her phone. It is indeed a picture from that day. My face is in it too.
I've been looking for you for a long time in my spare time. I wanted to thank you. I never thought I would meet you here. It's really like a miracle.
Apparently, she went back to her parents' house to give birth and is now living here. What a coincidence. I guess this is what fate has brought us together is really like.
Thank you for helping me then.
She tells me those words and looks at her own baby with a kind mother's face.
I could finally say that. That day, I was anemic and had terrible heart palpitations. If you hadn't called an ambulance right away, my baby would have been in danger.
Anemia can cause a baby to become deprived of oxygen.
This baby is the life you saved.
I see. That's great to hear. What I did was right after all.
Oh, come to think of it, you work in a place like this, hey? No wonder I couldn't find you.
I'm sorry. Actually, I was on a business trip that day and just as I was about to say more, someone noticed me and started talking to me.
Hey, Kayanuma-kun?
President Shinmei Shogun-san suddenly sat down with us and decided to listen to our conversation, and...
Nice, Kayanuma-kun. I love that kind of man.
Whoa! She suddenly hugged me with a happy look on her face.
I was suspecting that you might be doing something strange with a lady with a baby, but I'm sorry. I see that's the reason why you got demoted, huh? Huh? Demoted?
Hey, boss!
Oh, sorry. I was too blunt without considering her feelings. Hey,
Yes, I didn't want her to feel indebted, but...
what does that mean? Please tell me more about it.
Oh, it is not an interesting story though.
Doesn't matter. Please tell me everything that happened back then.
When I explained everything to her, she simply said, I see. Please don't worry about it, really. Once I got used to life here, it's not so bad anymore.
Still, I'm sorry. It's my fault.
Thank you for thinking that way. I'm just glad that your baby is safe. That's all that matters. We talked for about an hour, and we decided to go home, but...
Well, I like your spirit of helping others, even if you're at odds with your superior. Taihei Kayanuma, join me. It's a date.
Really? Ignoring my reluctant reaction, she forcibly dragged me somewhere.
They are such nice people. But I hate this.
It's been about a week since I met her again. Is it no longer getting cold?
That's right. The temperature display still works, but...
If so, the cooling function may be malfunctioning. We will give you a code, so please wait for that. But before that, would you mind if I check the machine myself? I'm back!
That's outrageous!
When I returned, the president's angry voice echoed through the office.
It was the right thing to do. Huh? Are you saying you can't trust me?
Since I came back late, there was no one else in the office to hear her shouting.
Ugh, so frustrating!
Enough, said the president, and hung up the phone. Rough day, huh? What happened?
Taihei? Huh? Oh, don't worry about it. We're already good friends.
She said that and put her hand on my shoulder. What on earth is she talking about?
It's too darn unreasonable. I hate this. Oh, I hate this! Well, so... I decided to go on a business trip tomorrow. I'm going home now. Close the door when you leave, okay?
Okay. She went home without explaining anything to me.
Why don't you understand what I'm saying? The next day, I arrived at the parent company and was raising my voice in the president's office.
Isn't what you're saying a factually unclear testimony? At least it's different from what I've heard. On the other hand, there's a fact that he was late for the appointment, and he admits it himself.
There's no way he's going to be late for some silly reason. He worked so hard to get the appointment. So...
Heh, I was wondering what she's gonna do, but she's just saying stuff based on emotion, with no facts or logic. Suspicion alone can't lead to punishment. In society, those who are good at manipulating people win.
Haru Nanjima was smiling happily in front of the president's office. Ugh, damn! This is just not right in so many ways! In the end, I returned to the rural station where my office is with a frustrated expression on my face. It was reported to the CEO that there was no evidence that he helped anyone, plus he ignored the orders and went somewhere on his own. So, even if you give any reasoning after the fact, it will only sound like an excuse.
Huh? Boss? You came back just now?
Taihei.
Whoa! What happened, boss?
Taihei is confused. Of course he is, since I, who's usually strong-willed, just started crying on his chest. Sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't help you, even a little bit. Damn it!
I don't really understand what's going on, but thank you. You did something for me, right?
Why is this guy so honest and kind like this? I started crying even more.
Another month or so was about to pass since then. Well, I'm heading out for sales rounds as usual.
Okay, take care.
We're living our usual peaceful lives, but a phone call? What is it? I'm going for sales rounds now. I left the office and picked up the phone, feeling annoyed. It's Haru Ranjima.
That day, you didn't listen to my orders, acted on your own, and were late for a customer's appointment. Isn't that so?
What? Does that day refer to that day, more than a year ago? You were there too, right? A pregnant woman agonizing in pain was on the roadside. Oh, he hung up. What was that? Anyway, I headed for the sales rounds. When I was wondering about that strange phone call, Haru Ranjima was holding a smartphone on speaker mode, looking pale.
What does this mean? It seems different from what you told me before.
He's just trying to trick me. Besides, the fact remains that he was late for the appointment, right?
So, you were saying I'm lying?
Aoba Tsukigaoka, who was sitting in front of the CEO, said so in a cold voice.
Of course, being late for a business appointment for selfish reasons is a big deal. However, if he was actually helping someone, that's a different story. Human life is more important than work. At least, that's what I think after losing my wife in an accident. If that were true, I would never have demoted him. I also would have apologized to the client myself. And she brought me the records that serves as evidence. My niece testified in support of that too.
The CEO let out a sigh, and he shot a sharp glare at Ranjima.
By the way, the major food processing company you and Kayanuma-kun were headed to. The current records indicate all the credits belong to you. You said whatever is convenient for you, kicked your subordinate out, and stole the credit from him? You are quite something.
No, that's what I worked so hard to get.
You think I still trust you? My niece told me about it and I looked at the daily report. It's Kayanuma-kun who managed to get the appointment, wasn't it?
But...
Aoba-san stands up in front of Ranjima and said,
Any further comments will be considered useless. Lying and making excuses, it's unpleasant. Our company, as long as this man remains with your company, will refrain from doing business with you.
Wait, you idiot! Are you meddling in the personnel affairs of another company?
No, this is about trust between people, which is crucial in business.
As it turns out, she's actually the daughter of the president and managing director of her parent company's largest client. She had been on maternity leave, But as she returned to work, she came to her parent company to talk about this matter.
Come to think of it, this is what you said that day. Work comes first, leave her alone. I don't trust people who don't have a human heart.
Ranjima begins to tremble as he hears those words.
You are also an adult. Then you should know what to do next.
What I should do? Oh, that's right. I better go to Kayanuma and...
Yeah, that's right. Do what you need to do.
It seems that the conversation ended at that point. This is what I heard later. And now, Ranjima was at her office. Why are you here? I was surprised. On the other hand, President Shimei was glaring at him. She told me not to go out for sales rounds today. She must have known in advance that he was coming. Then, he suddenly lowered his head.
Please, intercede with me and the president. At this rate, I'll be demoted or worse, fired. My wife, children, family, we will be in trouble. If you help me, the president will change his mind.
Taihei, let me explain.
Well, I don't really understand what's going on, but I refuse. I say that coldly to him. It just sounds to me like you're only thinking about yourself. And I still can't forgive you for trying to abandon a pregnant woman. That's what I've been thinking ever since I saw Tsukigaoka-san's baby. This man might have abandoned that life. It's not something I can forgive.
What?
Hey. Something is wrong with him. His body's swaying and he's looking at me with a creepy smile.
If you followed my orders obediently and just left that pregnant woman alone, everything would have been perfect.
His brain completely screwed up. He started swinging around a long ruler that was on a nearby desk. But that long ruler never reached me. It was deflected by the wooden sword brought out by Shimei Shogun-san. And I couldn't help but fall in love with how cool she was.
Huh.
Then, she put the tip of the wooden sword on the neck of Ranjima.
Stop messing around anymore. Now that you're cornered, you let your emotions take over you and try to smack everyone around you? You have been doing well at manipulating people so far, right? Then go right ahead, try it! But this is my company, and Taihei is an important colleague of mine. I will protect them at all costs. However, I shouldn't have used this sword either, so neither of us will tell anyone about what happened here now. Is that clear?
Ranjima nodded timidly, and she told him to go home.
Well then, I guess this concludes the case.
Actually, I don't understand what happened at all.
I'll explain. That's right. Let's invite Aoba-san too and go for a drink.
Huh? I didn't really understand, so I just tilted my head in question. And they finally told me everything. I knew in bits and pieces that they were doing something, but I never expected them to be doing all those for me.
So now, Taihei, you have recovered your dishonor and surrendered your credit. It's the completely opposite. You're using the Japanese idiom wrong.
I've been blessed with great friends since I came here. That's what I sincerely thought today. Well, some time has passed since then. Ranjima was demoted to rank and file and got sent away somewhere.
Hey, stop looking down all the time, old man!
He now works in a lonely office with only one person, selling refrigerators to the island's fishing association. In his 50s, it was hard to get a new job. His family is now falling apart too, so he's clinging to a company without quitting. This too is an outcome he has brought upon himself.
Chief, regarding that customer, I think it would be better if you went too.
Got it. I'll accompany you, so please adjust our schedules. As for me, I was promoted to work at the parent company and became a section chief. The CEO apologized to me profusely. In addition, I was appointed as the exclusive representative for Tsukigaoka-san's company. I occasionally go on business trips to meet her. Kids grow quickly, and each time I go, her child was much bigger. By the way, Lovekoi Refrigeration, where I used to work, has been merged with the parent company. Shimei Shogun-san now sits in the manager's seat to fill the gap left by Ranjima.
Hey, hurry up and change my horrible last name to Kayanuma. I gave a client my business card earlier and he was weirded off. So at least let's change the last name now, okay?
Hey, we're at work. We have become lovers and are spending every day together happily. It's my first time in Japan in 3 months. Time passed by so quickly. For now, I want to eat ochazuki and pickled sour plums. It's great that there is an ochazuki shop at the airport. I'm Masaru Otori. I work in planning and sales at a company that plans and manages events. I recently returned to Japan after successfully holding an event overseas. Tomorrow, I'll be in the Japanese office for the first time in a while. It's been a while since I've last seen Otoha. Good morning.
Oh, Otori-kun, you're back. I'm glad the event was a success, just as expected of you.
The day after I returned from an overseas business trip, I went to work cheerfully. I've never gone 3 months without coming to this office, so it's kind of refreshing.
Ah, that's right. I think we talked about it before you went overseas. While you were there, a new guy joined us. Let me introduce him to you. It's Yami-kun.
Ah, so he's the one.
Yami-kun, this is Otori-kun. He was abroad until yesterday. He's the star of our company with high expectations. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys work hard together. Well then, Otori-kun.
Thank you.
Your boss praises you so much. He has high expectations for you, huh?
I still have a long way to go, but this trip was a great experience. Anyway, I look forward to working with you. The manager leaves and Iyami-san and I briefly exchange greetings. At the same time, I held out my hand for a handshake. Iyami-san just glanced at my hand and said with his arms folded,
Such a boring looking guy went overseas? That's funny.
What? Boring? It's true that I'm not as good looking as him, but...
I came here because I was personally headhunted by the president. But this dull guy is ranked #1 in sales? Looks like I'll be able to overtake you soon.
Okay, apparently I didn't hear him wrong. He is an asshole. I think it's good to be competitive, but wouldn't it be better to choose your words more carefully? We only met for the first time, and he's already so rude. I had to point it out.
Competitive? There's no limit to your presumptuousness, huh? I don't even care about you. Please don't think of me as your rival one-sidedly. I'm no match for you. Enjoy being #1 while you can.
With that, he sniffed and left. What a guy. Just as I was sighing, someone tapped me on the shoulder from behind.
Welcome back.
Otoha! When I turned around, I saw Otoha Akikawa, the most popular lady in the office, smiling at me.
It seems like you went through a lot overseas. I heard there were quite a few last-minute changes.
Yeah, and since it was a place I didn't know, I had a really hard time finding suppliers. It was tough.
Why such a boring looking guy with that most popular lady?
Oh, Tori-san! I'm glad you returned home safely. Otoha was having a hard time while you were gone, you know.
A girl who is a designer comes to me and Otoha.
Iyami-san, as soon as he joined us, he made a fierce approach to Otoha.
What? Is that so, Otoha?
Yeah. I've told him that I'm dating Masaru, but you were overseas. So I guess it was hard for him to believe my words. I think he now understands that I actually have a boyfriend, so maybe he'll give up. But, Otoha is already in love with you, so she didn't talk to Yami at all. Hey, don't say unnecessary things, it's embarrassing. Why not? It's a wonderful thing, so I had to let him know. But maybe... Otori-san, you were chasing after a glamorous-bodied lady overseas.
No way! Why would I do that? I'm in love with Otoha forever!
Aww, how lovely can you guys get?
It's partly about the sales results, but it's probably also because I'm dating Otoha. After meeting me, Yami-san didn't give up on Otoha. He became even more aggressive. Furthermore, Yami-san's attacks on me became stronger and stronger.
I'm really not convinced at all. Why is Akikawa-san dating such a boring guy? Well, if I can beat him in sales, Akikawa-san will know who is the most suitable for her. You only have a month or two left to be with Akikawa-san, you know? How sad.
He's so noisy today too. He's been like this every day since I came back. Apparently, he has to say something to me at least once a day. It's not like she's dating me because I have good sales results.
Heh heh, that's presumptuous of you. Do you think she will be with you even if you can't do your job?
Damn, he just keeps on talking. Well, that's probably why he's pretty good at getting contracts.
Iyami-san, this design, the production side said they can't do this. Looks like they need to add more parts or change the design altogether.
Huh? Don't tell me such petty things. Wouldn't it be more time saving to bring it up to me after you reach conclusion?
But you said the other day.
You just can't listen to me, huh? Who do you think is bringing you work? Thank me first.
He made a sarcastic comment even to her and left.
What is that guy? Last time I was told to check with him before doing anything.
Is he always like that? I thought it was just me.
Always. He's from a major company, so he's looking down on us. His sales performance is good, so I guess he puts a good face in front of the customers, but inside the office, he's not good at all. I wonder if he was like that at his previous company too.
If he was a guy who can't work and only talks, everyone would have retorted back. But he's good at his job. Furthermore, the president has headhunted him, so everyone was trying to avoid arguing with him as much as possible. But when it comes to me, he comes to argue with me even if I didn't want to. Well, I've gotten used to it now, and it's starting to feel like a puppy barking at me. Ah, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry too.
Ah, you're from Lovekoi Planning? I was there to check on a big event, and we saw the company names written on our helmets. And the person who bumped into me spoke to me. Yes, I'm really happy that a major company like yours knows about us. I also looked at the company name written on his helmet and said so. He was from a major event planning company where Iyami-san was before. Of course I know. It's growing rapidly. We have lost in competitions many times. Also, a person named Iyami joined you from us, right? Ah, yes. Were you good friends with him? He was just a colleague. My name is Satake. Satake-san laughed and answered me. I wonder what was so funny about my question. I'm Otori from Lovekoi Planning. Actually, I was curious. My colleagues and I were wondering how Yami is now. What do you mean? Oh, if you're okay with it, could we talk more later? We are currently at work, so... I was curious about his story, so I decided to take his suggestion. Yes, please. I'll give you my business card. I'm glad. Thank you. This is mine. I wonder what he has to say. He said it's not like he was particularly close with him, though. But there was no point in thinking about it, so I went back and focused on work. I spent a busy time checking on all the booths and contacting clients. Then, a month had passed since I returned to Japan.
This month's top seller is Yami-kun. This result is amazing only after 3 months. Everyone, applause!
Yami finally surpassed me and became the top sales performer. However, the applause was sparse.
Heh! Wasn't it just as I said, Otori-kun? I told you I'll surpass you in a month or 2.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. Following through on your promise is not always easy.
Right? This company should be glad I came. It's like I'm keeping the company and everyone alive.
What a thing to say. It's true that it takes effort and skill to reach the top, but that doesn't mean you can be arrogant towards others. You can't achieve results by yourself. There are designers and producers involved too. I thought that he might become even more arrogant now that he was the top, so I dared to point that out.
Heh, what now? You can't win with numbers? So you start preaching now? Lame. You're too lame, Otori-kun. The result is everything. No matter what anyone inferior to me says, it won't affect me.
If you remain like that, no one will help you again, you know?
Again? What are you talking about? Why would I ever need help? Well, now, Akikawa-san will soon find out who is the man she really should be with.
Otori-kun, sorry to bother you. Can I talk to you now?
Sure. While I was stunned by Yami-san who didn't listen to me at all, the manager started talking to me.
Nippon Electric will have a huge booth at the upcoming energy exhibition, and it will be a competition between several companies. It's huge if you can get that contract. I would like to entrust this job to you, Otori-kun.
Oh, sure. At that moment, when I responded right away,
Let me do that job.
Yami-san interrupts my words and comes between us.
If you're gonna entrust such a big job, it's definitely better to leave it to a more capable person. After all, I'm the top this month.
Yeah, well, I'm fine with you too, but I gave you another project the other day. That's why I was hoping to ask Otori-kun this time.
No, manager. It's better for the company to choose someone who can definitely win.
I guess it's because he doesn't want me to take credit. He's desperate to get the job. Manager, if you're okay with it, I don't mind leaving it to Yami-san. Either way, it's the company's sales, not ours. And even if I didn't work on this project this time, I'll be back on top next month. Yami-san and I glared at each other.
Oh, how reliable you sound. It's great to see such a healthy rivalry. Well, this time I'll leave it to Yami-kun then.
Yes, thank you. I'll definitely win this competition. By the way, I would like to appoint Akikawa-san as the designer. Is that okay?
Sure, I'll check with the design department.
Yami-san turns his triumph face towards me. He's trying to take Otoha away from me. I'll definitely not lose in sales next month. Later, Yami-san really won the competition, and the manager was overjoyed. Yami-san also seems to be in a good mood after being praised.
Here we go. I took the contract for you. I'm glad I took the job after all. This would have been too much for you.
Is that so? I'm happy to hear that. Damn, he's getting even cockier.
Yami, just to confirm, it's okay to proceed based on the data you sent me, right?
Yeah, it's okay. It's a major job. Please do a proper job, alright?
I always do it properly, damn it.
In this way, the project that the Yami-san received began to progress. And the day before the event, incident happened.
What? The design is wrong?
The voice of the manager calling the company echoes, and everyone looks at him, wondering what's going on. What happened?
The Nippon Electric's booth. The design seems to be different from what they asked.
What? What does that mean?
When Yami-kun went to check out the booth that was almost completed, he noticed that the design was different. Yami-kun will also return soon. I'll hear more details later.
The manager is worried. It's a big project. Of course, mistakes are not allowed. For now, all we had to do was wait for Yami-san to return.
I'm back.
Yami-kun, what on earth is going on?
When Yami-san came back from the venue with the production department, the manager immediately asked him,
The design data this guy sent me was wrong.
A member of the production department quickly spreads out the design drawings on the desk.
It's true. There is a design that has been modified after this.
Otoha, who was in charge of the design, picks up the drawing and checks it herself.
Akikawa-san told me that there were several revisions, so I went out of my way to check where the Yami was. But this guy doesn't acknowledge the fact that he gave it a go.
As I've said before, I don't remember being confirmed. I'm not at fault.
No, I did check with you, and it was your mistake for sending the wrong data to us in the first place.
I also saw the scene where they were checking with Yami-san. What the production department people are saying is correct.
My job is sales. My work is only until I get contracts. From then on, everything is on you guys.
Hey, Yami-kun.
I go get your work. That's why you can live. Be grateful. It's your job to follow up with clients from here, not mine.
This bastard!
When the production staff was about to burst out, I stepped in and spoke up. For now, leave that for later. We don't have time right now. Otoha, can you bring me the correct design?
Yeah.
Otoha ran and quickly printed out the correct design and brought it to me. Thank you. I see. It's not a major revision, is it? Can we just get the necessary parts for the revised portion? Yeah, that's okay. But we'll have to start creating the panels now, and the time is running out. Fortunately, we have our own warehouse, and we also handle the production. Let's get everyone involved, including sales staff. What time is the venue open until today? Until 9 p.m. It's already past 5 p.m. We won't be able to make it in time tonight. What time will the client arrive tomorrow? The event starts at 1 p.m. I heard that the client will go to get ready at 10 a.m. Understood. I don't know how far we can go, but I'll go to the venue now, and we'll try to negotiate an extension of time. Everyone, please do what you can as much as possible. Manager, do you think that's okay?
Yeah, I'll handle the detailed communication on the production side. I'll allocate as much sales staff for it as possible. Sorry, Otori-kun, but I'll leave the negotiating with the venue to you.
Okay. Everyone at the office, regardless of department, except Yami, ran to cover up for the mistake. I pleaded the venue's management, but it was difficult to extend the end time for tonight. But instead, in the early morning tomorrow, they agreed to let us use the venue if we bear the labor costs and air conditioning costs. Everyone worked on the production almost all night, and we finished building the booth early in the morning. We were able to finish the event without causing any problems for the client.
Thank you all for your hard work. Thanks to everyone's cooperation, we were able to complete the client's booth on time. It's all thanks to everyone.
On the day of the event, although everyone was exhausted, cheers erupted from everyone with the manager's words. Except for Yami.
Now, Yami-kun, you made a mistake in this case, but more than anything, I'm concerned about your attitude and response after you made the mistake. Everyone was working so hard, but you didn't do anything and didn't even thank anyone. What does this mean?
Even you are blaming me? I've contributed so much to the company, but just with this small mistake.
A small mistake? I couldn't help but intervene hearing that. How many people and money do you think were involved in covering up for your mistake?
Heh, I didn't ask you guys to do that.
I have completely lost my patience with Yami, who still refused to admit fault. You haven't changed at all from your previous job, huh? That's why you lose trust.
What?
Previous job? Lose trust? What's this about?
Everyone, including the manager and Otoha, was confused to hear that. It seems that he had behaved like this to his co-workers at his previous job too, and they didn't think very well of him. Whenever he made a mistake, he didn't admit his fault and kept blaming everyone around him. I heard that he finally lost trust from everyone and no one would help him with anything.
Heh, what are you talking about? You must have made up that story.
He maintains his bullish stance even though he's a little upset. You know Satake-san, right? Yami's shoulders start to shake. He said he was 1 year older than me and the same age as you. We hit it off by chance at an exhibition hall 2 months ago, and we talked about various things. Ah, by the way, Satake-san also said the following. He's saying he was headhunted, right? I happened to see it. That guy, at the exhibition hall. When your president came to inspect the site, he was selling himself. That was no headhunting. And well, partly because he had good sales records, he convinced the president that It would be better to call it headhunting. Then everyone would praise the president when Iyami-san produced results.
What?
Oh, so you actually negotiated so hard to land this job, huh?
He was hated at his previous job too. Huh. Well, I guess that's only natural.
Everyone in each department were convinced.
Shut up, shut up! Otori-kun, you have a worse sales record than me, so don't give me an opinion.
Yami-san. So as long as the sales results are good, you can say whatever you want? No way. Because Masaru acted for the benefit of everyone in the company, not for his own benefit. We were able to make it through with minimal loss.
I guess she couldn't keep quiet anymore. It's unusual for the always quiet Otoha to give someone such a direct opinion.
No matter how good you are in sales, if you can't express gratitude or apologize, no one will appreciate you.
Akikawa is right. I will report this matter to the president thoroughly.
No, manager, please don't do that.
Iyami-kun, you should reflect on your own actions.
Iyami-san runs after the manager who walks away.
Oh, wait! Manager! Manager!
Afterwards, the president also scolded Iyami-san regarding this incident, but he did not change his attitude. He lost trust here too, and he made another mistake, but he didn't admit his fault, so he was fired. The president apologized to everyone for making a decision based only on numbers, and peace returned to the office.
I have an announcement for everyone. Otori-kun will be promoted to section chief starting next month. Congratulations!
When my promotion was announced at the morning assembly, I received congratulations from everyone. Thank you! I'll continue to work even harder! Manager, would you mind if I take this opportunity to make one more announcement?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Otoha. I called Otoha to the front, and we lined up in front of everyone and made an announcement. Actually, we're getting married next month.
Oh, I knew it was about time.
Huh? Don't people usually get more surprise and stuff?
Well, you two have been together for a long time, right? We were all like, when is he gonna propose? When you were overseas, she was patiently waiting for you while that lame guy was hitting on her. So all the girls were talking about you two.
Oh, seriously?
Anyway, what I'm saying is, we're all happy to hear the news. Congratulations!
Otori, if you make her cry, all the guys here won't forgive you, okay? Be happy, you two.
If you change yourself, you should be able to change your relationships with others and your own situation. Your life is always up to what you do. I'll continue to change myself for the sake of myself and those around me.